Hello everyone, welcome to Stealth video series. Having your family living in different places can be a little agitating, especially if you live in two different countries. If you are a US citizen whose child is living in a foreign country with his or her spouse and children, and you want to bring them all to the US, F3 visas are the way to ensure that. However, applying for F3 visas can be cumbersome and painstaking process. That's why we have carefully detailed all the steps you must take to unite your family. What is an F3 visa? Unlike the F1 visa, the F3 visa is a family-based green card that allows US citizens to bring their children who are settled in foreign countries to the United States. The F3 visa is categorized alongside the F2A, F2B, and F4 as a preference-related visa and is applicable for married children, their spouses, and minor children as well. It does not, however, include grandparents, aunts, uncles, etc. This is one of the most preferred visas. However, the USCIS only issues 23,400 F3 visas each year. The F3 visa comes with a lot of benefits. If you are allowed an F3 visa, you won't need an employment visa and your travel for studies will be seamless. Who qualifies for an F3 visa? If you are looking to apply for an F3 visa, here are the criteria. You must have a birth certificate proving that at least one of your parents is a US citizen. You must be 21 years of age or older. You must have a valid marriage certificate. Parents who wish to bring their children into the United States must meet the following criteria. You must be a US citizen. You must have birth or adoption certificates proving you have an adult child residing in a foreign country. You live in the US and have a valid address. Required documents for an F3 visa. The documents required to apply for an F3 visa are as follows: passports, yours, your spouse's, and your children's, with validity extending beyond 6 months from the date of your entry into the US. Signed affidavit of support, Form I-864, from the sponsor parent. Documents about medical examinations and vaccination. Marriage certificate, Form DS-260 confirmation. Photographs of everyone. Birth certificate and/or adoption documents. Any court or criminal records and/or police certificates. Records of time served in the military. If you are no longer married, the divorce certificate. Please note that all submitted documents must be in English. Once you have collated all the required documents, you must send your file to the National Visa Center, NVC. The NVC will call you for a one-on-one interview if your application is deemed qualified. How to apply for an F3 visa? Applying for an F3 visa is a long process and generally involves the following steps. The US citizen petitions the USCIS for bringing their child, a spouse, and their children into the US. After the USCIS approves the petition, the applicant's family can start the visa application process at their US consulate or embassy. Complete and submit Form DS-260. Undergo medical examination and get all required vaccination. Attend the visa interview. Final confirmation from the NVC. We will explain each of these steps in detail in the next section. Petitioning the USCIS. The parent, US citizen, must petition the USCIS by submitting the completed Form I-130 Petition for Alien Relative. It is important to include the name of the spouse and any minor children at this stage. There is a fee involved at the time of submission of Form I-130. The petition submitted to the USCIS is processed after it goes through the Department of Homeland Security. Once the petition is approved, the NVC sends a detailed list of steps the foreign applicant must follow. If the USCIS rejects the petition, it notifies the US citizen of mistakes in the petition, which can be then rectified before resubmission. F3 visa application. Once you receive the document package from the NVC, visit the US embassy or consulate in your country to start the application process. Please note, there will be a separate visa application for each of the members listed in the petition. Filing Form DS-260. The Immigrant Visa Electronic Application is required for all immigrants seeking a US visa. The form is to be duly filed by each person, that is you, your spouse, and your children, stating their reason of immigration to the US. Once you have submitted the form, you will receive a confirmation, page and number, which then has to be submitted to the NVC, along with other documents. Medical examination and vaccination. The USCIS requires all immigrants to undergo a thorough medical examination and receive all necessary vaccinations from licensed practitioners and submit a report along with the forms. Visa interview. The last step in the F3 visa application process is attending an interview at your respective consulate or embassy after the NVC has cleared your application. The officer interviewing you will determine whether or not you should be allowed to enter the US. F3 visa cost. Applying for an F3 visa requires payment of fees as set by the USCIS USA, Homeland Security, and respective consulates or embassies. Fees will be incurred for the following: Form I-130, processing of Form DS-260, medical examination and vaccination, translation fees, if any, for the documents, an immigrant fee which is to be paid to the USCIS before your travel to the US and after getting a visa. F3 visa processing time. Since there is a very limited number of F3 visas allotted each year, the USCIS takes time to process applications thoroughly due to the number of applications received each year by USCIS. The processing time ranges from 1 to 10 years. Keeping in mind the long processing time, it is best to start your F3 application now. It is going to be a long and winding road, but it'll all be worth it when you have your children and grandchildren living in one country together. We hope this video has been helpful to you. At Stilt, we provide financial services for immigrants and the underserved. Subscribe to our channel and visit stilt.com for more details.